Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for another exciting session of 3D sheep shenanigans. Cheaper 3D shenanigans. Wonderful to see you all. Mr. Sebastian is here. Miss Julia is here. I'm here. That's nice. Nancy is here. Mr. Brian is here. Carol Jane is here. Good to see you. And is anyone else? That is everyone I see in the chat. No, the Beard Goblin is here. Wonderful to see you, buddy. And thank you so much for sharing you being a member for 32 months, Brian. That is crazy. 32 months. What is that in years? That's close to 3 years. That's 2.5 years. Wonderful. So cool. 3D sheep shenanigans. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been making the last couple of sessions on the Twitch, I believe. And that came to this. So we already had a couple of sessions on this. This is the House on the Hill animation that was gonna just be a subtle camera animation around this house. And as you recall, I had a bit of an issue making this work in Unreal Engine 5. So I'm using Unreal Engine 4 for this. So that's kind of a throwback into the past, like how does the menu work and all that. But it's working okay. So, I'm relearning how to do things in Unreal Engine 4. And Brian suggested, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we had some sheep here? So at first the sheep weren't a feature, that wasn't planned, but then we found these $4.99 animated sheep on the Unreal Engine marketplace, and I was thinking, how difficult would it be to import those and see if we can make them work inside this project? And lo and behold, it does work with a combination of that and Blender. So this is what I'm particularly proud of, this sheep walking up to the house, and it's a bit tricky to get them to blend with one another, like transition from one animation to another, but thankfully I've made it work inside Blender. And this guy, he walks up to the house and then transitions into something else. It's timed animations as well, and I think that is what I like to focus on today. So there's so many other things we can do with sheep, and I'm thinking this would be great if we could expand on this. So like in the beginning here of this animation, I like this sheep here, but I do want this guy. He currently walks and he needs to stop walking at one point. So that's one thing, but instead of walking, I'm thinking maybe we can just make him run towards that. That would be nice. There's also more room for improvement here. We could have something moving there. I think these two sheep here, they are currently doing exactly the same thing in sync. So I need to go and avoid that. We'll see if we can have him kind of transition more between an eating and like a faster idling transition, like idling animation. So eating, idling, a bit faster. This guy, he could probably come more towards here, or he could also be persuaded to just walk through the whole, just walk through the scene here. I think that might be nice. We can even follow him from over here all the way over here. Maybe he could just walk and then just pop out here. The other guy, he needs to stop walking because we do see him in the background here. I think if we go kind of towards here, we can still see this guy walking in place, and that isn't good. So we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen. This is nice. This is still not light enough for me, for my taste, so I might brighten that up. I don't see anything with a particle emitter, so I'd like to maybe have that on as well. Oh, I'm not even... Oh man, that is such a shame. I'll show you everything again. I'm so sorry I didn't switch. That is so bad. Okay, so here comes that animation that I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. This is it. So sorry about this, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Julia, for letting me know. So this is the animation I've just been over voicing without us actually all seeing it. So yes, this is the animation. I'm so sorry. Dang. Please share your screen, Jay. Dang, where are the sheep? So yeah, this is what I'd like to expand on. These are the two sheep that are kind of in sync. This guy and that guy, so I need to go and fix that. And then I'm thinking it would be nice if one guy, maybe this guy, maybe another guy, could just start, maybe that guy could just go and walk all the way over here, maybe even run, behind the sign, run, walk, I don't know yet. I think maybe like this half running, that'd be good. Have him just continue through here. These guys are okay. I'm okay with these guys. And then the last one, see this guy walking up the path now? I like him, but I'd like for the other guy who's currently eating the flower there, I'd like for him to get spooked out and essentially kind of here perhaps run through the scene as well. So that'll require some some timing the animations. That'd be good if he just, you know, walks and jumps off the cliff or something. That is the plan. So there we go. Dang. Yes, howdy to anyone who's just arrived. Oh, Mr. Rod is here. That is so cool to see you on YouTube. How exciting. Do you remember how this works? Good to see you, buddy. Mr. Rod Shelley, Renderosity's Artist of the Year 2019. And Mr. Nate is here. How you doing, guys? So that is what we're going to try to do. So let me bring this up in Unreal Engine and see what we can do with that and a combination of Blender and Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine, where you at, buddy? And also, you know, Unreal Engine 4. Man, what a challenge. What you been up to, Mr. Dragonate? Good to see you. Also, hello to your mom if she's around. Good stuff. Mom's watching too. Good stuff. Been a very lax Saturday. You know, we've just discovered a new TV show on our new subscription channel, PBS Masterpiece. It's called The Magpie Murders. That is a really cool story, Brian. I was thinking of you. That is an interesting, it's kind of a murder mystery, about 6 or 8 episodes. And it's about a writer who hands in a manuscript of a story that's missing the last chapter. And he is dead. So the last chapter is missing, and that's kind of interesting. But the show is told from these two perspectives. That is the story in the here and now, as well as the story inside the story, and how the two link up. So it's nicely done, gotta say. Magpie Murders, it's called. PBS Masterpiece. Oh, you've moved the front. You mowed the front yard. Ooh, trimmed weeds, all that fun stuff. Yes, summer is upon us, isn't it? Dang. One of those things. I just had a chat with my landlady yesterday, and I mentioned you to her, Rod, because I know that you guys were looking into these 55 plus retirement communities. My landlady's over 70 as well, and she says, do you know what? We've looked into that as well, my husband and I, and they found something that was like a super shady deal that obviously she didn't go with. But she said, imagine this, Rod. It's a rental, $5,000 a month. To begin with, that's like, you what? Oh my god. So that's number one. Number two, you pay them, this company that runs it, $250,000 deposit, non-refundable, that they get to keep, and then you get to move in for $5,000 a month. And then when you die, the $250,000 isn't released as such. They just, I don't know, have a massive party or something. Crazy stuff. I don't know. What's the world coming to? Yes, and how is the heart rate monitor going? Good question. Good question indeed. Okay, so this here is my animation, and I think maybe the first thing we want to fix is this guy here, the first sheep that goes through wherever we start here. This, there we go, this guy here. This guy, so let's go fix him. And I would like for him to not just walk, and when I just preview this, they don't have the animations on there, but that's, you know, it's easily fixable. So I'm thinking this guy's gonna run, yeah, just run towards here. He could even return and run back towards us, or we could just lose him. That's possible. So I'm just gonna have him run up to maybe frame 1000, because that should put him out of vision. Frame 1000. Let's do that. Let's do one step at a time. This guy up to frame 1000. That's him here. Hello. How you doing, buddy? So this works by the magic of this Blender thing we've worked out last time. And I think I can string some more of these together. Let's do that. I don't know, it doesn't come with any interiors. I'm sorry. It doesn't come with interiors. I would imagine it's a kind of a round-the-clock medical check-in, that when there's medical issues, they, I don't know, notify the right people, perhaps? I don't know. That's what I would expect. But, you know, it's... Other than that, I don't really know. We just both laughed at it and were thinking this is just insane. I think I might go and dedicate this into a new project here. and then go into, because he just needs to run. These are my animations, the mobile sheep regular animations. Put that guy over here. That's not what we want. Death, eat, get hit, idle, jump. So that's jump. Jump is nice. So we can have that and we can have run. So I'm thinking running and then maybe transitioning into jumping every once in a while. That might be nice, that he just jumps and runs. And the other one was walk. So, you know, we could string all those together, walking and that, and then maybe, you know, let's see if he's freaking out. I think I might go and export those three. Sheep shenanigans from UE. Yes, indeed, that's where we're going to put it. Would you like to what? They cause one or more existing FBX files to be overwritten. Oh, it's probably the walking one. Yeah, that's okay. We can do that. And no collision. Oh, he's remembered that. That's all good. Export all. Has he done it? I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And that was on, I don't actually remember now. Was that here? Under the sheep shenanigans, there we go. From UE. So we have eat, idle 2, idle 3, jump, run, and walk. That's perfect. So let's go with run. And import that. Here he is, the little guy running. And it's not a long animation. And let me see if I can remember how to do this. So on the animation section here, I'll go and change this here, I think, into the action editor, and then I'm going to go and call this run, and then I'll go and stash it, right? I could push it down so that we have one on there. That means it's stashed as well as on the track already. So that's running. Let's go with jumping. 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 Yes, that's him jumping. Goody. And that is jump. And this I'm just going to go and stash. Perfect. And then maybe we can have that as well as the walking, maybe. Let's see if that works. Hot and cold running blondes and redheads. Mostly hot. Why do they have to run, Rod? Oh, too much fiber. Gotcha. Nancy, thank you for sharing. Gotcha. I love it. So this one is walking, or just walk perhaps. Walk and stash. Boom. Okay. So ideally now, if I remember this correctly, we can go to the dope sheet. Is that it? No. We don't do that. We go to here. We go to the non-linear animation editor, I think. Is that what we do? Oh, now we don't have anything. We don't have tracks and all. Maybe we start with that. Add a track. No track. Select an existing NLA track. Oh, we had that last time, didn't we? Oh, this is bad. I already don't remember how to do this. How did we do that? Was this the dope sheet? No, in the dope sheet I don't... Action editor, maybe. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Action editor. Yes. Perfect. So jump, run, and walk. So we're going to start with run. And then we go, dang, can't push that down anymore. If only one day, I'll understand this. Didn't this just work a minute ago? Was it non-linear animation? Add action strip, but we don't have a track. And then we say add a track, and you say, oh, you still don't have a track. That's like, what? That's a shame, isn't it? Existing NLA track on empty action line first. Well, can maybe make an action line then? Action something, add, create, edit, make action line, something like that. Shift A. Ah, there, track? No. Dang! Dang! I wonder, Brian, I wonder. Oh, you've just had the second cataracts operation. Oh. Well done. Hey, this is good to hear because my mom's just had that and she's had both eyes done. And I think there was about 3 weeks between them and she loves it. So my mom is 70 now, I believe. 70? Yes, 70. And the thing is, she always had to wear glasses for extreme short-sightedness since she was very little. And when she was diagnosed with cataracts, the doctor was saying, hey, while we take care of the cataracts, we can also take care of your eyesight. And she says, what? Yes, the doctor says you're not going to need glasses for white-sightedness anymore. Nearsightedness, yes, for reading, but white-sightedness, we're going to correct that. And she goes, oh, when can we do it? It was very cool. So she's had it done and she's over the moon. She went out celebrating. And for her, it's like a really big experience to not see at 100% with glasses. You know, it's great for her. So very nice. Very nice. Well, do you know, Brian, I'm just going to go and import one more of these things and I'll just maybe say idle. I'll say idle and this one I'll just go and push down. This is so badly done, isn't it? I think I need to go to the dope sheet. Is it the dope sheet here? No, it's not the dope sheet. It needs to be the action editor. And this is idle 2. And if I go and push this down, it'll create a track for me, I think. I really don't need the action, but I can now, at least I have a track, I think. And that's now back in the non-linear animation editor. Perfect. So now I have a track. The stuff that was impossible to create just a moment ago. So hey, that's all awesome, isn't it? And I think, is this the action track then? Because here I can now say add action strip. No, that's not how I do it. Oh, from here I add that. Yes. So run goes from here. Great. And then we need this we don't really need, I think. Yes, perfect. Is that how it works? But then these are the keyframes here, aren't they? That's not exactly what I want to do though. Didn't this work last time? Yes, me too. And if it weren't free, I don't think I'd be using it. So what happens if we do this here then? The same thing that I just did. If I don't click this, if I click this, if I click idle 2. Oh, the add button is gone. Oh, that's convenient. Do you think somebody had thought about this when they designed this? Or was this all just fell into place 10 years ago and never been touched? Because ideally, I don't want to add 50 blocks here. I just want to have a bit like this. I just want to say, repeat this so many times. Should I have maybe not deleted that? Let me start again, actually. I think I might do that. Delete everything. Good start. So we're mainly interested in walking. Thank you for remembering the last directory that I was in, Blender. That's really helpful because that's just so helpful. Thanks, Blender. Withdraws funding. Who never experienced the outside world by any other program ever. Yes, indeed. Like, you know, I appreciate the file dialog, but man, can't you just make it look native for the operating system it's designed to be? Do you have to design your own? Well, why is that? You know, just make it on Windows, make it the Windows thing. On Mac, make it the Mac thing. On Linux, make it the Linux thing. Why do you have to be so difficult about it? Why? Right? There's got to be a way to make that happen. I don't know. Okay, run. run. This is it. This is the guy running. I could just be sneaky and just go use keyframe, just copy them, but that would just be so lame. So let's see if I can somehow make it work. I know I've made it work before. Dope sheet, no. Action editor, yes. So then we rename this thing here, run. And then I'll say stash means put into memory, push down means keep at it. And, you know, it's not here, but that's cool because we just go to the action editor thing and then, you know, it's kind of there again or something, I think. Non-linear, there we go, run, perfect. So now here, I think I can go and say, I need to now actually work out the timing. If I want this guy to just, just run. What did I say? From literally frame 1 to frame 1000, I want it to just run. And we could make it so that there's an occasional jump involved. We could make that happen as well. That's, you know, extra credit. So end 1000 frames. Here it is. I wonder if there's a shortcut that brings this into vision, something like not like 0, but like maybe home. So home, yeah, that's it. Does that do it? No, that's just the strip. I was thinking, you know, bring the whole timeline into focus. Is there such a shortcut? Like if I say this has about 15 frames, so to fill out 1000, I would need to play that for 200 times ish. And repeat was here on the clip, not strip. That's a clip. Not that it makes sense. Action strip, action clip, and then there's the action. Man, geez, could you make it any more confusing? 50 maybe. I'll just go and try to count. Maybe 70, almost. Maybe 80. We're nearly there. That's like 75 is the right number. Perfect. Almost 76. 76. 77, fine. Okay, there. So he's now doing this for all that time. So ideally, I'd like for him to just, you know, jump in between. That makes it just more interesting, I think. But let's see, this extra credit. Let's get this done and we'll see what's happening. Oh, wow. Carol Jane, that's incredible. That is very cool. That is great. I love it. And with your new eyes as well. Woohoo, that's good. I love it. So yeah, 3D is that hobby that keeps on giving, you know. I tell you, this is a good exercise. So I'm super happy that you're here and we can figure this thing out together. So to make this import into Blender, I'll have to go and bake this. This is basically like a non-linear action strip, and we'll do more with that in a minute. If I wanted to export this, I need to do this as keyframe. So I need to go and take this guy and say object animation bake action, and then we'll bake this from 1 to 1000. Takes a second, and now it's all keyframes here. And now I can export this as an animation, give it back to Unreal Engine. Thank you for not remembering the last path that I was just in Blender. This is crazy. From UE, from Blender, I'll say. And I'll call this run 1000 frames. Run X 1000. That's a good idea. And I'm going to do everything, so not just the selected object. Then down here under animation, I don't want to do the bones, the strips, the actions, and the force start what's it's, just the animation. That should do that. Next thing, we're back in Unreal Engine in J's animations, and we'll say import. Thank you, Windows, for not remembering the last. We could play this all day. Run X 1000, perfect. Import, and we don't want my mesh. I want Unreal Engine to use its mesh. And that's it, I think. Spurious error message, we don't even know what it means. We're okay with it though. And that's that. So run x1000 now exists. So that's this sheep. Let me go and apply that to him. Run x1000. Oh, now he's turned black. That's not good, is it? So maybe there is a way that I need to, on my blueprint, say, you know, don't do that. There. I'll figure this out. Then let's see if we can move him to the very beginning of the animation. Maybe even out of vision. He can probably start out here. Like, you know, by the time we start, he can maybe be there. So I'll start him here. And he probably needs to move forward quite a bit faster because he's now not walking, he's now running. So I already had a keyframe for him set up, that's here. Sheep that walks across. Oh, here, there we go. Whoop. Sheep who walks across, and I think you might just go be far over here, I'm thinking. Ideally, you're not sunken into the ground at that point. Like this. Let's see. Okay, so if I go and put this into simulate mode, then at least the animation plays in a moment. There we go. So if I go and run this now, let's see if that's the correct speed. Now he needs to be way faster, doesn't he? Yeah, he needs to be much faster. So that goes. I think from here to frame about 1000. Let's see if we can get his position ready. Whoops, that was the wrong. The sheep who walks across. Let's see, would you be here by that point? Just roughly. I may have totally destroyed it now. I hope I haven't. Still not quite fast enough, is it? But that's also, I think I have this other keyframe in here still, so that goes away. Let's try this again. This also needs to be linear. Linear, perfect. Okay, come on. Oh, too fast, too slow. Sebastian, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Rod, my brain hurts as well. Isn't that bad? Is this what animation is supposed to be all about? Aren't we supposed to be having fun and all? Yeah. I wonder what they feel like in real animation studios. Sheep that walks across, sheep that walks to the house. So this is not what we want to do. So this guy, he needs to move. Let's say I'll move this keyframe over to here, to kind of to frame 700. 500 maybe. Let's do that. So he does that in half the time. Because I don't want him to walk that much further. I'm just going to go and dip him into the ground so we don't see him in the background. I'm thinking. Let's see. I gotta tell you, the level on which you need to think is abstract. That's still not fast enough, is it? That's still not fast enough. So reach that point after 300 frames then. Is that fast enough? Let's see. This would be slightly easier if Unreal Engine had, there we go, that's better, isn't it? If it had easier animation tools that let us do these linear things a little bit easier. So that works. That might still be not exactly fast enough. And I'm just watching the guy's legs here. If they dip into the ground, it doesn't matter too much. Let's see what this looks like since we get it in the... So that would work, wouldn't it? And then he's out of vision and then we can dip him into the ground. It's still a little bit faster, maybe? What do you think? Is that doable, or should we make him a bit faster? Aside from... I think his feet are sliding a little bit. Let's make him move a little bit faster. I'm thinking. Sheared. I don't know if I have the sheared animation. So all we need to do then is, I think, move you. Nope. Like sheep that walks across. There we go. This there. So if we go and put you just a little bit further over here, and then once he's done that, he's out of vision. So here I'm going to go and just put another keyframe in, and then the next one I'll just put him down so he's out of vision. So this, I do this because when the camera comes around, he's no longer there. So that's good. There, different color, and we're good. I might actually just go and, on this particular instance, I might give the sheep a particular, like a switch in the blueprint, that some of them don't change colors. If only I could remember where that is. Mobile sheep mesh, that's it. BP random sheep. So let's give it a variable and call it randomize. Make it available there. Compile. And we'll say randomize just on or off. So that way I'm hoping that when we select one of these guys here, we have an option here that we can say, do you want this guy randomized or not? And maybe the default is going to be disabled. So that's cool. The default value is off. And then in the construction script here, we just ask if it's true, then we do it. So just like that. So now they don't constantly randomize themselves. That might be good. And only when this is ticked, then they randomize themselves. So everything that is now the current color should stay that color. Like, you know, this guy, I don't think he has keyframes. If I move him around, he shouldn't randomize anymore. And yes, it works. Oh, I'm so super happy when things do work. Quick, check into version control before things go wrong. That would be a rigged race, yes. What shall we call this commit? I'll say safe. That's a good idea, sure. We'll add it running x1000 animation. That's one commit, right? And then the other one is, in fact, that we have fixed sheep randomization. A sheep dog. You know, maybe we should have one. He could chase the sheep around. That'd be a good idea. Fixed sheep randomization. Randomization. There we go. Boom. Okay, that's one thing done. Do we want to try this extra credit thing that he jumps, or do we want to try that on the next sheep, maybe? Next sheep, right? Oh, really? That's bizarre. Thank you, YouTube. Carol Jane, tell me, what programs do you use in the 3D realm then? I know you use DAZ Studio, which is groovy. What other bits and pieces do you use? Blender, perhaps? Are you brave enough to try out Unreal Engine? It is not for the faint-hearted. But it's another one of those tools. If you can get into this, it'll open up a huge world of possibilities. Oh yeah, so this next thing I want to fix is that these guys are completely in sync, and I think this guy, he has the eat to loop idle, so I want to make a similar one, eat to idle, but just make that slightly different, or vary the playback speed. That is another possibility. I think I can do. I'll do that in Blender. Actually, I'll do that in Blender. I'll go and save this as, thank you for not remembering my last used path. Blender. Just in case I need to go back there. Man, every time. Why, right? I'm just thinking, why? So idle 2 was good. Idle 3 was the one where he's kind of scratching himself. We could probably go put both of them in. Idle 2 and then just eating. So this I want to have as a much shorter version, and then just eating. So basically he's just standing there breathing, and then he eats, and then he just looks up again, and then he eats. So he's the guy who's standing on the cliff there. Animation, check. Sheep, no materials. Scary black, we're all good. We're all good. Action editor, idle 2. And then we push that down. And then I think we go and delete that. And we go bring in eat, because that's what sheep do. Eat is good. animation, we're going to go and call you eat, and then we push you down. Perfect. Now we go to the non-linear animation editor, and we have eat, and then here we want to have this idle animation. Add action strip idle 2, and idle 2 is a bit long. Oops. So we make it just to here maybe, which if only we knew how many frames that is, 120 to 220, so 100. So end here, and then here we're going to start eating again. I'm thinking action strip eat. There, perfect. So now I can have a transition between these and those, but I would like for this to loop as well. So if I play out the whole eating animation, I might go and take the first 50 frames of this eat, and then come in after 50 frames here. So cut this off and cut this off. Let's see. This 1 to 50. Ready? Perfect. And then here we're gonna, so these are the last 50. So this here, I need to go and have end 182 plus 50. That's that. Perfect. That should now loop. He says, and total duration is 232. Okay. Shift T, that makes that transition here. And then here it pops, but we go Shift T. The one thing Unreal Engine should be able to do with animation sequences, but it can't. Eats and loops seamlessly. So he's basically standing on the cliff and he's eating, and he's just, you know, he's just looking, and then he's just, you know, eating. That's nice. Art of Art, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, good to see you. Sebastian, were you shadow banned? That's crazy, what happened? Adamir, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that, buddy. Welcome to the stream if you're watching. If not, I hope you're enjoying the channel. Oh, C4D, okay. You'll get there, you'll get there. It's a matter of time and persistence, really. Not so much intelligence and knowledge, because that is something you just pick these things up. Often, sometimes 3D apps really speak to you. Others, they might not speak to you. Oh, but keep at it. It's good. I like it. I'm not sure, Nate, if there's something that the sheep will be knocked off the cliffs. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm gonna go and save this. Eat to idle fast. Eat idle fast. We certainly do have that animation, so object animation. This is a great example of feature creep here as well. We see these like menus that are 60 inches long, and you think, yeah, maybe we'll put that into that object menu there. Is that a good idea? Because people really don't find things anymore. Big action. Premiere has that as well. Classic example. And this is from Blender. So eat idle fast. And have you remembered the last parameters? No, of course not, because, you know, that'd be too easy. There. Did I make an operator at one point? There we go, UE export. I think that was it. I could just pick that and J's anims. Import eat idle fast. And no mesh. Use sheep mesh. Import all. Perfect. Thanks, Unreal Engine. Eat idle fast. And that's his animation. Doing. So now he should just stand here and eat and idle, basically like what we've done in Blender. Does he blink as well? Is that a blink animation? I don't know. Oh no, that was just the light in his eyes. I would love it if he just turns his head, you know, left and right. That'd be nice if he sees, as if he's enjoying the views. Okay, that's another one fixed. So I think we should try something ambitious next, as if this wasn't ambitious enough. I would like to try, and this has to do with timings as well. I would like to try, oh, like he used to be the black sheep, didn't he? I'd like for him to be the black sheep here. That's skin 2. There we go. He needs to be the black sheep. So this guy, as soon as this other guy here reaches him, I would like for him to get freaked out and run from here and just kind of jump and run and just get out of vision. I think that might be funny. But until then, we need to see him eating and idling at the flowers here. So that'll require us to think about the whole animation timing a little bit. So let's see if we can make it happen. So true, Nate, so true. Certa commercials, I'm not entirely sure if I remember them. Certa, what do they do again? So up until now, because we can already see him here, he's not going to do anything other than what he does now. So maybe up until frame, maybe 2100, he does his thing. He eats until 2100, and then he starts just jumping and running, maybe jumping twice and then running out of vision. That should work. That should work. See if we can make it happen. So 0 to 2100 and then 2400 total duration. So by that time he should be out of frame, out of vision. Is that realistic? Just goes, runs. Yeah, that should be doable. Okay, 2400. We've got eat, we've got idle, so we could just use this and maybe add to it. Delete all keyframes. And just add to it. Let's see. I'll go and save this immediately before anything goes wrong. So this is the flower eating. The flower eating sheep that runs at the end. Hey, hooray for long file names. Very descriptive. How then? I'll just move him here so I can go and make sure he can still work, you know. So we need to have the jump. Here's the jumping guy. And so this is now going to be the dope sheet again. Dope sheet with action editor, indeed. So jump. I'll go and stash this. Then we can delete him. And then we go import run. Does that make sense so far? Because I'm still getting used to it. Run, stash, remove this guy. Let's bring him back to where he was. Selection to, well, where is the kind of wherever he was before. I don't even remember. Maybe the action editor will go and put him in the right place. I don't know. It's a non-linear animation. So, oh, perfect. That's him doing that. So we can start with this whole thing at the front here, eating and idling. And that can go. Idling can be, I can also go, we can just go eat, idle. $2,400 is the total duration. Add eat, and then eat you can go and repeat like, I don't know, 12 times. You can also maybe make it a bit slower, so 0.9, so he eats, whoops, 1.2. He now eats slower. That's nice, we can vary that. That's cool. Then he goes and idles again. Did we have the other one idle 3? That was nice as well. Might as well just go and do that. Now he eats, and then, oh yeah, did we say add frame? He gets spooked at one point, didn't we? When did he get spooked again? 2050. I'd like him to start running at that point. 2050. Oh, the clock. Well, good luck with that, Brian. I hope it's going to work out. Maybe this is a bit too many repeats here, so maybe I'll go use 8. Then he idles, and then he can eat until until 2050, which is another, like, say 4 times. 5 times maybe. Perfect. 5 times, and then he can start running. Like running and jumping, perhaps jumping first and then running. Jump and then run until, I suppose, the end. Unless it might be cool if we have like jumping, a little bit of running and then more jumping. Oops, that's not what I meant. I meant this guy here. And then perhaps there's more jumping action at the end. We might not even see that, but, you know. Oops. And run. Oh, that was playback speed, wasn't it? Sorry. There. That should do that. Let's do the transitions here. Can I do multiple? Shift T. Yes! Look at that blender! Fantastic! I think this is why we're so frustrated with it, because some things are so incredibly elegant in Blender and other things are just so incredibly clunky that we all think, but how can that be? Dozy sheep, that's all good. And then he goes and keeps eating, and then piece de resistance comes, other guy comes, and then he goes and starts running and jumping. I think maybe the jumping isn't quite fast enough. Yeah, so the jumping needs to be a bit faster. And the transitions into the jumping, they also need to be a bit faster. So jumping, playback speed, make that whoop, faster. Well, that's too much, wasn't it? So maybe 0.8. And then maybe the running is actually a bit too fast. Let that running be more chilled out. Yeah, perfect. Then we do like a 1.5 running. We just need that extra transition here. So now we go eat, get spooked, jump, and just, you know, keep running. Perfect. Until we're out of vision. Whoops. Whoa. Ouch, what happened there? Okay, that should do the trick. So the beginning, he's just idle, he's doing this. And then he goes and eats, and then he gets spooked, and then he needs to run away. Perfect. So I need to do the linear movement still in Unreal Engine, but the in-place movement we have going here. So that should be nice. Flower eating sheep that runs at the end. Let's see if it works that way. I don't know why that was. I have no idea what the sheep explosion was all about. I have no idea. Another one of those Blender things. This is a long animation here. Let's see. So object, animation, big action. Whew. Wouldn't that be a good game, Sebastian? I think that's a good game. We should make that. I'm sure there is one, but you know, we haven't made it, so we need to make it. It's just so much better if it's homemade. From Blender. This one is the... Oh, I haven't saved it, have I? Save FBX with UE export, and this is going to be sheep gets spooked x 2400. And yes, that's it. Sheep Counting Simulator 2023. That's the one. There we go. Sheep gets spooked. That's the one. No mesh. Use this. And import all. Okay, good. That's nice. This is your animation, buddy. Oop. Sheep gets spooked. Perfect. So then, in the sequencer, this is what it looks like. Oh no, it doesn't preview that, does it? Because we need to be in preview. That's okay. That's fine. It's fine. So then, just to get his movement going, I may do this with 2 viewports actually. See how good / bad that'll work. Viewport 2. Viewport 2. No, that's not what I meant. I meant. Was that what I meant? They did this slightly differently in Unreal Engine 5, where you can go to here and then pick a different viewport layout. Maybe I'll have to do it this way. It will work just as well. It's just a little weird. Yeah, so we'll do this here, that over there, and that over here. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. So I always have this. We watch the camera, and then in this we go and position the sheep. That's the plan. So this is done slightly more elegant in Unreal Engine 5. Because I think the exact point at which we go and need to move him is here. So 2050 exactly. First of all, also we need to track him. I might go and do this in this sequencer, even though I suppose you could do this in a different one. I'll just keep this together here. 2050 exactly. So this sheep, let's go track him. Track actor to sequencer random sheep 3. That's not a great title, I gotta say. Maybe we'll rename you. Sheep gets spooked. That's your name. That is now your official name. The Sheepinator. That is also a good title. Your English is not the yellow from the egg. That's like, where does the mail go on, isn't it? What's for breakfast, honey? Mirror eggs. Ah, okay. Ascania, how's it going, buddy? Happy Saturday. Welcome to Sheep Shenanigans. 2050. Oh, I was just there, wasn't I? 2050. So I'll go and give him this as a keyframe, like right here. Transform. And I'll also do that at the very beginning. So that's his keyframe here as well. And I'm doing that so that he does not move. Oh, this is not what I want to see here. Why does that happen in both viewports then? That's totally not what I want. I meant to not have that in this viewport here. Dang! And it worked so well just a minute ago. Well, that's a shame. That totally defeats the object of the 2 viewports, doesn't it? It worked so well a minute ago. Can I not just do, if I was in here, can I not just go pilot that in here? Pilot. Could have sworn that was an option at one point. At least in Unreal Engine 5 it was. Like this, is that how? Yes, there we go. And then this is the, no, we're still piloting this. Now I don't want to do that here. I only want to do that here. Does that make sense? If we do that, yes, that's kind of what we want. Kind of what we want. Yeah, I didn't want for that to happen, Ascania. I don't know how to make that unhappen. But it's okay. I think I can work with this. This is gonna be okay. So on here, this guy, sheep who gets spooked. He gets spooked by this guy, so I need to go and make sure at this point he goes and he plays his animation at that point. So maybe I'll need to, no, don't do that. Oh man, this is just, let's go back to single viewport. This is just all freaking me out here, man. This is just so bad. I don't know why it needs to be all that bad, but I'm sure there's all healthy explanations for all of it. It's just not something that my brain can entertain. I wanted to rotate this guy around a bit so that he has free reign to actually, you know, move over here. That was the plan. Let's see. Let's hope that'll work. I'll just go and update that so he just moves a little bit. We're not going to see that. That's fine. And then from here, I think to the last keyframe that might even be out of vision. I want for him to be, I don't know, can he do this? That might be at a push. You might have to go put him kind of here. I think that is out of vision. I just want to make sure he doesn't do too many crazy movements. And I might correct the first keyframe here, yeah, because this is already not what I like. Copy, put you here. There, perfect. Get spooked, runs out of here. Perfect. So we need one small correction where he's not supposed to hit either of the house, nor his friend, nor the swing. But the swing itself, I might just go move the swing out of the way. That might be the easiest way. So now he doesn't hit the swing. That's one easy fix. And then you can just, you know, not hit the house perhaps. Like at that point you could be here. Yeah, perfect. And then all I want to correct here is then his rotation as he's about here. I just want him to just look that way more. And then that potentially might work. I won't know until I render it out, I think. But hey, this is good. This is getting somewhere. Yeah, it happens with time, doesn't it, Sebastian? I remember that as well. I remember being my English wasn't great, and there was only half this, like a quarter of the stuff I understood of what was actually being said. It's just missing so many of the words, I guess. So yeah. But lyrics are especially difficult because you've got all types of accents that are being sung, and then there's the colloquialisms and, you know, things that aren't really proper English, like the Queen's English and stuff. By the way, if you hadn't noticed, you're watching the BBC World Service. This is an old mug that that Julia had at work, and it does say, you know, BBC, so it's wonderful. I love it. The BBC, yes, the World Service is here. So let's see if does he stay on the ground? I think he does. So he's running, and he's also yeah, so this is a bit unlevel, so I'm thinking I'll just correct the height on every keyframe here. Like on every of his keyframes. This I don't think will matter all that much because he's animating anyway. And he's jumping, so he's in the air there. And at this point he's out of vision anyway, I think, so. But hey, while we're doing it, this will be okay. He's in the air at that point. And we'll just see him rushing past, so that should be good. Okay, so just to see what that looks like, I might just render out the last kind of 500 frames here from 2000. That should be good, from 2000 to the end. Let's do that. And we'll see what that looks like. I think I had a preview render, that's the one. And then here we'll say that, and this can be V5. And we want to go from, say, 1900, the last 500 frames, and 720. As JPEGs, that'll be good. This is exciting, come on. You are the black sheep of the family, hey. Why does that not surprise me? Oh, he's not animating. What's going on? Why is he not animating? Did I not give him the right animation to play? Yeah, he's also not animating. What's going down? Well, that's not good. Oh, do you know what? This could be me, actually. This is probably me. I had it on simulated. I need to have it on this. So don't panic, anyone. It's all good. Nobody panic. Random sheet. Nothing and nobody should be simulating. There we go. Let's try it again. Yeah, he's on skates, yes. He's still on skates. Oh, that's exciting. But he's not on skates all the time, so he's not on skates. He is doing okay up to that point. But now he's on skates. Why is that then? Oh, is it because I'm rendering at a different frame rate? Could be the frame rate. That could be it. Let me see if that is in fact it, because it was planned for 60 frames, so it could be that. There, let's see if that works. Did you see the swing? That was terrible. No, that doesn't work either anymore. Thank God for version control, huh? So he's working okay, but now he's not actually doing the animation that I asked him to do. He's just moving while not moving, basically. Did I add those properly? I guess I haven't. That sheep needs to swing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, he's certainly moving. He's just not animating. Let's have a look at that. You sheep, you. So you're in this position here. We've told you the animation asset is sheep gets spooked, for sure. I didn't think I needed to track that animation, but I could do that as well. That might be something I can try. I didn't need to do that on the other guy. The guy who walks up the path. Where is he? Path guy. There he is. You, what animation have you got? Sheep walks to house. So that worked well last time we tried. And now it doesn't anymore. Why is that? I didn't know. Julia says no. So we're not doing it. Yes, I was thinking that as well. Maybe one sheep could be on one of these little rocks here. Because that's what sheep would do. They would be here eating that grass because that's the tastiest in the world. Or down here as well. We don't really know how they got there. Oh, that's weird. Maybe the animation is too long for that. Is that maybe what keeps him from getting played? I mean, I can add that there as well. It's just weird, isn't it? Sheep walks to the house. Let me do that. Maybe that's what we need to do, and then at least he knows which animation to play here. It still doesn't do it, so it's one of those what the hell, really. But I guess it can't hurt. So that's him, and then he also be good to cue his animation. He gets spooked, and then of course he starts getting spooked from directly here. Oh great, so that for him that works. Oh brilliant, now I can actually preview this as he goes. That's actually much better. That is a much better way to see animations actually. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. How exciting. So that works. So why does this not work for him then here? Sheep that walks to the house. Oh, I know, because I have a feeling that animation isn't long enough. He's underneath the landscape. Does the animation play here? No, it doesn't. Your animation doesn't play at all. So you're like, you should be a black sheep, you know? Sheep that walks to the house. I thought that was working. And it's 2400 frames. So he does this, and then he just goes and does this. So he walks, and then he just goes and does this. So it should work. It's just that it doesn't. But why? I don't understand. Sheep that walks to the house. That's definitely you. Sheep who walks to the house. Go do that. But you don't move at all. That's odd though, isn't it? Because it works so well with the other guys. Why does it not work for you? Curious. Do we need to replace the sheep? We've got that, got your skin, got your animation. What happens if we do nothing? If we just go say clear here. Does that need to be keyframed? No, the other one doesn't need to be keyframed. Use animation asset, maybe that's it? No, that's not it either. That's bad, because I have you on tape doing what you're supposed to do, man. What's the difference between these two? Oh, because that's the sheep that walks across. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. That's not actually you. Give me the animation back. Sheep that walks across is the guy in the beginning. You, I'm so sorry, man. Your animation should be here. Sheep that walks to house. And now it makes sense. Nope, he's not going to appear here. He's just going to pop up. There we go. Oh, look at him walk. Oh, man. And then he spooks the other guy. That's the plan. I think I've worked it out. So then, with this newfound knowledge here, let's go and do this at the beginning of these guys. Well, man, this is actually even easier than, you know, not being able to preview. That's good. That's good. So sheep that walks to house, that's that. Sheep that walks across, his animation starts what's it called? Your animation is run RX 1000. Run 1000. There we go. Put that right into the front, and you just go and you run. Perfect. And then we hide you, so that's good. But hey, that's so much better to judge is this animation actually working. Oh man, this is nice. Quick, let's save it. Too many sheep. Hey, we're not done. There's another couple of sheep. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half already. There's another running sheep that I'd like to do. Maybe something who's running not quite so fast, but someone who's running at the back of the house. Let's see. So this is what it looks like now. That is nice. Look at that. You look up. You sheep. Dang. Give him an animation. That is good though. Yeah, because I like the idea that he's eating, and when the camera's kind of here and the sheep walks across, that he looks up. So we'll see if we can make that work, that he looks up by frame 80. So let's give him his custom animation as well. He just runs across. Then these two guys, they shouldn't be in sync anymore. This guy isn't doing his thing either. He's just bent down. Eat to idle. So maybe I'll just go and duplicate that animation over so that he actually previews properly. I think this I just have to trust otherwise that he does this. like with the other sheep, I think with this type of preview without the simulation, I'll just have to trust that they'll do their movements. But I guess if I put them all on the timeline, I suppose they'd all get queued. Is that a way to also blend animations in Unreal Engine then, I wonder? Yeah, like here, I'm thinking that'd be good to have something behind the house. You know, somebody who runs, who we can follow. Oh, so that's how you do that. See, we learn all the time. How exciting. And then he just goes and jumps here. That's hilarious. Oh, you're not walking fast enough. What's going down, buddy? Yeah, he needs to walk faster for sure. Definitely faster. So we just move his out point, or basically his resting position, slightly further away. That should do it. That should do it. Wow, the stuff you find out, hey? That's the sheep that gets spooked. Yeah, so technically we could just take this and move it further here, but I don't know if he's still in vision at that point. And you need to do that faster, man. Oh, because also this needs to be, whoops, this here needs to all be linear. Yeah, could still start a little faster here. He doesn't get going all that fast, does he? Slidey feet, every animator's worst nightmare. This here works well, but these things are not fast enough. I think that'll work. I think that might work. It'll probably be okay. And then he just runs out. Does he hit the swing at one point here? I think he just about misses it, doesn't he? It looks like he's hitting it, so I might just go and put the swing just over here a little bit. The poor guy can't get traction. No, exactly. I think this is gonna be okay now, isn't it? It's got a little bit more pizzazz here. He could probably jump a bit faster for my taste, but he's out of vision at that point, so he's... That is actually hilarious. That is hilarious. And then tip him over. That's a good idea. I do have that animation, this like getting hit and falling over animation. Whoa. Well, hey, that's good so far. That's good. We've got this guy in the beginning as well. So let's see, it'll be easy to fix him so that he looks up by frame, say 80. Let's do that idle to, or eating to idle. We'll call him the black sheep. And do we want him randomized? No, perfect. So he's going to stay with that color. Let's do that. Let's give him his own animation. We're never seeing him again, right? So I can probably give him, just animate him eating to frame 70 and then looking up. Do we have those things here? We've got eat and idle. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me go save this as front black sheep. Hey, this is teaching me a lot about how to work with these snippets of animations. This is great. This is exciting. And his animation doesn't need to be all that long, I don't think. We just need eat, essentially. And then about how long until he's out of vision? Yeah, maybe 200 frames. 200, perfect. And we said eat until kind of 75. Why are you moving, dude? I don't know why you're moving. Buddy, stop doing that. Oh, I know why. It's because he still has keyframe animations here. We want to get rid of. Now my man, hopefully, isn't moving anymore. Oh, good stuff. Thank you, Rod. It'll be great part of the new holding loop. I'm spending way too much time on it, but you know, I'm learning so much and it's a lot of fun, especially doing this together with you guys. It's really nice. It's really nice. There's another one I've done in Unreal Engine 5 where we just go towards kind of a stone angel creature. That one's pretty much done. I just need to render that out. And then that plus this and another one will be part of the new holding loop. So maybe like say 70 here. And then we just do idle here. Idle and then transition. Looks up and wonders what's going on. Perfect. I like it. As sheep do. And then big action, 1 to 200. Sure. Okay, front black sheep. Front black sheep looks up. There's always another file that you have to... Thank you, Unreal Engine, for not remembering my path. Thank you, Windows, for making copy-paste impossible. That's just the last straw, man. Why? Front black sheep looks up. No mesh. This mesh. Import all. Yes. Great. You I suppose I don't need to put this in. I just need to track him now, don't I? I think. Is that how it works? With actor selected, I go and say track you, BP random sheep 7. Well, you're going to get a name as well. Front black sheep. Looks up so that we can remember what that is. Your animation happens to have a very similar title. And he does it as well. Fantastic. Look at that. Good timing that. So if I want him to look up a little bit earlier, can I just take the whole animation, just move it out a little? I can't I? And then he does this. And then he looks up earlier. Yes, I like it. I like it. Huh. Hey, I'm impressed. Because you're worth it. That's why. Because you're worth it. I've also been meaning to play Cloudpunk. That might happen tomorrow. Or I'm really into this project. I'd like to, you know, do more. Can we do another complex-ish animation at the back of the house? So I think this I'm okay with because there's enough going on. It's just the beauty of the environment here. I'm not entirely sure if I maybe want, say, this guy here, whom we've been watching. Perhaps he's been eating and doing things up until frame 900, and perhaps at this point he just turns around and goes and runs or walks, you know. And we can keep seeing him. We can make him walk a little bit faster, and just he keeps walking all the way over here. And then he can stop again, you know, to like maybe 1500 he finds something else to eat. Because then we have other walking things. And then we have that little story playing out here. So maybe that's his job. I'm thinking he's going to be supporting actor here. If the jumping sheep at the end is essentially the main actor, perhaps this guy is going to be the supporting actor. So then we're going to make him do what he does there until frame 900. We do have an animation in which they turn, and it would be good if that's the one that is actually turning the correct way. Hello. So this is another idea we had. Maybe one guy could go and kick the sign. That might be interesting. To kick the 3D Shenanigans sign. And then there's also, you know, sheep falls over dead. That's sad, so, you know, we don't want to do that. It's eating to idle. There's get hit. Oh, that's when he's getting hit. Poor little guy gets hit. Idle. Run. Wasn't there something where he goes and just looks around, I thought? Maybe there isn't. Fainting sheep like goats, yeah, exactly. Supporting eater, Ascania, even better, supporting eater. So maybe we'll just do it without it, and probably from the animations we already have. So we need 0 to 900, he's just going to go and eat. 900, we're going to turn him around manually then. And he's going to start walking at 900. And I might make him walk a little bit just faster so that we don't have the run animation. It's the walk animation, but we'll make it faster. So 0 to 900, and then he can maybe just walk through here and just eat the yellow grassy patch here up until 1500. So walk over, start eating, maybe 1400. walk over, start eating here at 1400, or maybe the purple bit here. That's something like that. Okay, so 0 to 900, and then 900 to 1400, and then we're going to make this a 1400 frame animation. I'll go and call him supporting ocean gazer sheep. Because that is going to be his, that's going to be his name. And he'll be out of vision. Well, let's keep him in just in case we do see his back or something. So I'm going to make it 2,400 in total. Wow. Long animation that. Remove keyframes. And go back to this. So I think we've already had an animation that would work really well, but I might just go and remake it here. That was the eating to idle short animation. That would work extremely well here. So perhaps I'm going to go and import that. The one that I made earlier, you remember? Which was eat idle fast. So I can just use this. Does that import? Did Blender crash? Is it still working on it? Time to get rolling again, Rod. It's been too long. It's been too long, absolutely. Import an animation into Blender, previously exported from Blender. Not responding is all I'm seeing. Yes, indeed. Renderosity's Artist of the Year 2019. Can you believe it's been 4 years? My goodness, time flies when you're having fun. All waiting for software to load. Hey, caramba. Supporting ocean grazer sheep blend file. Bing. Yeah, I think we've had it here. We've waited long enough. Yeah, that's Blender, gotcha. Not responding, you don't say. Everything else is responding well. Should we also, while we're here, should we save this project and make another version control commit now that we're on at a good point here? And we should say added more custom animations to sheep. Very descriptive. While you're doing that, let's go and try Blender again. Hey, also Rod, very nice tribute that you did for your friend. That's really nice. One of Rod's artist buddies has passed away, and he had a comic story going, and because that creator is no longer around, Rod's decided to take 2 of his characters and put them into the TNA story. I thought that's a really, really nice tribute and keep his characters alive. So well done. Well done for that, Rod. So we'll build this thing again, shall we? I could have sworn, oh, there we go. The button I'm still looking for in Unreal Engine, go to the top of the animation. I don't know what that is, what that button might be. So we'll go, oh yes, of course. So eat this here, add eat. So we'll say eat. And then idle. And he'll just do that. Maybe this, we're gonna make that 100 frames. Can we do that? Copy, and then we just go and say paste. No, that of course that does not work. What? Why not? Why does that not work? Wouldn't you think that would be like, you know, something duplicate? There we go. You're also not exactly here. We were just more thinking here. With transitions. Do you think that's doable, Blender? Can we do that? Like duplicate all that. Uh-oh. And then Blender crashes. That is that I guess no then. I guess no. Hey, third time lucky. Dennis, that's him. Enigma Man. Oh, really? He did Mate. That is cool. So it's his choice to check out. I like it. Oh, wow. I didn't know they had that in Canada. Very cool. The world's come a long way. Listen, man. Third time lucky. Maybe he doesn't like doing the transitions. That could be. So I'm okay to just duplicate 2 of these. And do that until frame 900, did we say, didn't we? I like it. It's a very custom thing here. So maybe that's enough, and he can start doing his thing a little bit earlier and just start walking now. Do we have walk? We have jump. We have run. We don't have walk. Dang! And that's cold. We don't have walk. We don't have walk, Jay. We don't have walk. Okay, no problem. We will handle this like professionals. We're going to save it first, and then we're going to go and import walk again, and it's totally going to work. And you know, there's no need to panic. I assure you that. There's no need to panic. We just switch over to the dope sheet. Grab a tissue, dab the sweat off our forehand and call this walk. And just say stash. And then we quickly delete this, and then as soon as we move this guy, everything's going to be fine again. I like it. I like it. Then we go back to the nonlinear editor, because we totally know what we're doing. And then we're going to go and add the walk animation over to here. And this then, we'll say we make that a bit faster. So not like the slowish walk. And is that 0.5? No, that makes it shorter. If you increase the walk speed, it makes it shorter. Sure, Blender. It makes 0.7. So this is like a strut more. Yeah, I like that. He's strutting. We can't even vary the walk speed at one point. I like the idea that he's making his way kind of fast over to maybe frame 1100, and then he slows it down a bit. We just need to remember that that keyframe there. I like it. Let's do that. So let's repeat that, I don't know, 10 times. Yeah, 10 times is good. And then add frame 1100. Let's go and add the walk cycle again. But now he's walking his other pace. So That's cool. Until frame, was it 1400? And then he starts nibbling at the purple flowers there, I think. Panic, yes. Don't worry about the world coming to an end today. It's already tomorrow in Australia. Steve, my goodness, that brings back memories. Steve, he reckons he's off to Turkey with his newfound love, in case we haven't heard from him in a while. That is what Steve's doing. 1400, and then this one here. Oh yeah, so 1400. In fact, let's make that 9 times. And then he's going to start eating. I think that's a good idea. Eat. Perfect. And then, you know, just keep eating. Or keep eating idling. That's also a good, it's a good idea here. Eat and then go back to idle. And then you can do these things until the end of the animation, because, you know, you're the supporting actor here, so it's good. Perhaps you'll be okay just eating until the very end, huh? Just in case we see you. Perfect. Proud of you, buddy. You can do this. I know Hollywood isn't for everybody, but I can tell. I can tell you're going to be great for this role as sheep overlooking the ocean. Hey, Mr. Chris, how's it going? Woo! The one and only Chris L. Cox. The L is silent, by the way. You think nothing much is happening, but he is actually waiting for his big thing, which is happening now. So we want to make him move, like turn around first, and now he's basically just strutting over to this other position that we don't quite know yet, and then he goes a bit slower. What does that look like? We walk, and then he goes, it doesn't look good, does it? Dang! Maybe we just go and take the transition out. Oh no! Did it crash again? That's crazy, man. Oh man, why? Blender 3.6 now with extra stability removed. Thank you for the new UV unwrapping. Well, we had half of it going, so that's good. This has been saved so far. This is very nice. And now we're going to start walking, right? Was that it? 900-ish. I think that was it. Walk isn't even in here yet, so that's man. Hey, it's all a good exercise, isn't it? We'll do the scary thing again where we go to the dope sheet and we're going to call this walk and we'll say stash and then we'll remove and then we'll, you know, do this. Then we go back to the super logical other thing here many times. Walk, yes. Also save now. That's, you know, we're going to save after every step now because that's just how Blender rolls. Perfect, okay. So maybe we'll go and make you repeat that twice and then also save, add the walk cycle again, and then from frame kind of here, we're just going to make that a bit, the walking a bit faster. I suppose that doesn't need a transition. And we say 0.7, was it? Yeah, there we go. He just speeds up a little bit. Varies his playback speed. Repeat 10 times, I think. Or was it kind of 9 times? Yeah, that's good here. Up until, let's make it 11. And then you can go and add kind of here. You can go back to slow walking. Save immediately. Perfect. And then this up until frame, did we say 1400-ish? This is then what, 8 times? Here, 7 times. And then save. Then you're going to go back to eating stuff. Because, you know, that's what you do. Eating and then idle 2 here. That's but not so much. So to maybe, oops. Like that, perfect. And that is going to happen till the end of the show. Or that is the plan. Kia ora! How you doing, buddy? So good to see you, Kiwi. Man, thank you so much for the tip about the virtual texture support to get the House on the Hill set going. I'm just puzzling my way through some animations for the sheep I've bought, and it's going well, except for Blender thinking about crashing every once in a while. It's been going well. Why didn't you do that here anymore? Oh, there they are. What are you doing there? What's going down? How's it going, Kiwi? How does the future look? We're just talking about you guys already knowing the future and all. There. And then that can go. And then that here, all of that can have transitions. We do this, so he looks over the cliff at that point, and now he starts walking. And then he starts walking a little bit faster, and hopefully that's going to look groovy. It's wet and rainy, okay. You can't help a sheep. Well, you know, no worries. The set looks great thanks to your expertise. This was nice, but I think I just want the transition a little bit slower here. So he just goes and walks and then just goes, and yeah, that's much nicer. Perfect. Oh, and all those transitions are actually a bit fast. Should have given it a bit of room. That's an easy fix. He says hours later. And that's okay, we don't need this anymore then. And now You just go on back to eating, right? Yeah, and then if it's a bit faster, we don't really mind that either. Perfect. Supporting actor. I think at this point we're not going to see you anymore anyway, so don't worry. Fantastic. Saved you. Let me go and get your keyframes baked out here. Oh, really? How exciting. A fun fact, Nokia started as a... He wasn't selected, was he? As a rubber boots factory. As a welly factory, so to say. And look at them 20 years ago. 10 years ago. There we go. All keyframes. All the time. I'll call this guy, yeah, supporting ocean grazer sheep. I think that's a great name. All right, let's see if this works, shall we? Supporting ocean grazer sheep. Here he is. No mesh. Your skeleton. Error message. Awesome. One day I'll read it. And here he is. That's that. So, man, this is an exciting moment. So he's going to get his own animation now. Here he is. How you doing, buddy? You ready for your close-up? Yeah, so I suppose I don't need to put it in here either, do I? All I need to make sure is that we track him. Random sheep number 9. Well, you're gonna, first of all, you're gonna get a credit now. Ocean grazer. And animation is also the one with ocean here. Eat and look and eat and look. Exactly. That's what we're doing here. And then you're going to start walking. Exactly. So this is good. So in this little idle period here, you're going to go and look around. Or you're going to turn around rather. So from here to here, we're going to make sure you're going to stay in the same spot. And then just before you start walking, we want you to kind of turn around and face this way-ish. I think. Now you're walking, and I don't really know. This is where you're going to stop already, so let's say halfway through, like here. Oops. Let me see if you can, if at that point you can be, I don't know, maybe here in front of the sign, maybe. Oh no, that was wrong, wasn't it? Sorry, buddy, come back here. So kind of here, maybe. Clicked on the wrong button. What was I thinking? And this might be too fast, but And then he goes underground as well. That's funny. Okay, if it wasn't for him being underground, and these all being linear too, another super important consideration when it comes to doing that. Hopefully we're not going to see that all that much. I'd love it if we could just at least see your outline here, buddy. Let's make that happen. That turning can probably be a bit faster. Yeah, what a shame. Let's just assume the walk speed is correct, and then I can deal with his height. So let's go and make him... Man, turn faster. Dude, what faff. Unbelievable. Turn faster, and then man, supporting animators. So I'll deal with the rotation separately. I just want to make sure he is... Is this Christmas music, by the way? What's going down? Oh, does that work? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'll try that, I'll try that. Yes, often in the past that just hasn't worked for me, and I don't really know why. It works! Very good, Kiwi. Today it works. Today it works. Hallelujah. It's a miracle. I think in my other project, I think I had something like a blocking volume in there, and that totally confused that. This sheep, I think we can probably either move him or just move him here. It's like you press one wrong button and basically everything you've done for the last half hour down the drain. It's just how the cookie crumbles, isn't it? He goes from over here, he goes over here. Yeah, I think it'd be good if he wouldn't be quite that much in front of the sign here. And now he's going slower again, I think. And at this point, yeah, we need to see him. The sign's already going away, so we need to have him at that point already having found another home over there, I'm hoping. Somewhere here, I don't know exactly where. Oh, we said the yellow flowers, didn't we? I remember now, Kind of here. Yeah, so this is a good example. The home button didn't work, or end button rather didn't work. Who knows why? Has a walk speed. Oh, considering we need to make these, all of these, linear. Menu's freaking out again. Good stuff. Walks, correct speed. We like it. Rotation, we're going to correct in a minute. Yeah, walk through all the other sheep. Don't worry about anything. Just reach your destination, buddy. That's all good. Hey, so well done, dude. Beard Goblin, thank you so much for being here. Always nice to see you. I'll be back tomorrow at 5, which is going to be another exciting session. I'm just going to go finish off these sheep, and then we're going to call it a day as well, next 15 minutes or so. Tonight, Chris is actually streaming, as far as I know, at 8 o'clock for his Saturday night social. Still on Twitch. Let's just correct these positions, and then we're going to call it a day. So first part, aside from the rotation, I'm happy. I might put another one in. No, I'm actually okay with this. I'm okay with this. Yeah, this we want to probably make a wide berth around some of the other guys here. So you be here rather. Don't bump into everyone like all the time. Same with this guy. We're almost there, so I can always move this sheep around. Let me do that. This, if I'm allowed. No, that's it. Unreal Engine is not allowing me to do the pop-up menus anymore. So I'll go and correct the keyframe another day. Once I've restarted Unreal Engine 4, it just, you know, it's one of those things. Yeah, let's go do that actually. Let's go restart it. Kiwi, do you get that when you work in Unreal Engine 4, that sometimes when you need to have something like this, it just doesn't stay open? And then the only thing that you can do is literally just restart Unreal Engine, because that's just how we roll. Or it could be that you haven't worked with Unreal Engine for a while. That's also possible. A farmer, yes, a farmer would be a good idea. There's also the... Oh, that happens a lot. Good to hear, good to hear. There's also a sheepdog was mentioned. Yeah, I feel like I'm on a timer. I'm allowed to work half an hour, 45 minutes, and then that issue happens. It's like you have to put another coin in the meter, like Brian says. The pop-up tax, yeah. But I've not had that problem in 5, so that's good to know. And I'm really only using 4 because of the ocean shader. Okay, were you the supporting actor sheep here? Nope, you're BP random sheep, so you're not it. You. Ah, I know a star when I see it. Him, it. Can I call you it? Or him? I don't know. So first of all, they've all turned into... Oh, that's good. So they are linear then. Could have sworn they were triangles a minute ago. They are still under the hood. But they're not on the marker track anymore. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Looking good. Height and rotation might need a small adjustment, but you're no longer bumping into anything, so that's, you know, I love you for it. That's good. Your friend is just gonna go get moved over here. There. Okay, cut. Let's do this again. check on the rotation and the height. Yeah, I think here I want to already correct his rotation then. Oh, that's interesting. Why don't you want to do that then? Curious fella. That's interesting. Oh, because I'm not on the wrong sheep here. I'm so sorry. This here is my sheep. This is why it's good to have multiple ocean grazer. That is you, isn't it, dude? Look at that. I can't explain. I don't know what that means. Why do we have weight keyframes in there? What was that? That's crazy. Weight keyframes? Why are they there? Did I put them in? I totally don't get this at all. And I can't override these keyframes here anymore either. That's interesting. Why not? Also, the first one seems to have gone. Hey, this is an indication. I should stop and we'll go and get the ocean grazer in tomorrow. Yeah, that I don't understand. We're gonna go do this whole guy again tomorrow. He's obviously not responding to my commands today anymore. What a shame. So that's okay, no problem. We'll do that tomorrow. Guys, catch Mr. Chris at 8 PM on Twitch, and we'll see what we've done with an animatic tomorrow before we start the session, and then hopefully wrap it up. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot of new things, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not sure about the music, but you know, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye. Oh, hey, that was perfect timing, wasn't it?